Can y'all hear me now? Good evening. Welcome to the Board of Trustees special meeting, Lakewood High School Fine Arts Center, Thursday, July 25th here at 6 p.m. This meeting is held in accordance with the Freedom of Information Act. The news media has been notified, and a copy of the agenda has been made available to the public. If you will all join me now in a meditative thought. And if you'll now stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. All right, this is our call to order. At this point, I'd like to call for an approval of our agenda. I have a first from Ms. Jackson. Is there a second?
Second.
I heard a second simultaneously, Ms. Wilson and Mr. Addison. All in favor of the approval of our agenda, by show of hands, please. Let the record reflect that all of us that are present have voted for the approval of our agenda. The one remaining member that is not here will be here shortly. I will now entertain a motion to go into executive session.
Second.
Got a first and a second real quick. All in favor of going into executive session by show of hands, please. We are now in executive session. Thank you. No, I'm sorry. We are going into, I always forget this part. We're now going into executive session for the discussion of employment matters and receipt of legal advice. Thank you.
We wait till they come in. Does it work for you? Well, yeah.
Testing. 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 One.
If y'all will give us just about one more minute, Reverend McGaney will be back in just a second. Fellow board members, at this point, I'll entertain a motion to come out of executive session.
Motion to come out of executive session.
Second. I've heard a first and a second. All in favor by show of hands, please. Let the record reflect that vote is unanimous. All board members attending. I'll now entertain any motions related to action required in executive session.
Mr. Chair, I move that the board deny the petitioner's employee to hear his grievance appeal and that the board chair so notify this employee.
I have a first on an action related to executive session. Is there a second? All in favor, please by a show of hands. Please let the record reflect that I am abstaining from that vote. And other than that, that vote is unanimous. I'll now entertain a motion for approval of our consent agenda. We can do it individually, or we can do it as a whole. I'll leave that motion at the discretion of my fellow board members.
Mr. Chair, I move that we approve and accept the consent agenda.
I have both a first from Board Member Addison and a second from Mr. McGaney for the approval of our consent agenda. By a show of hands, all in favor, please. Let the record reflect that that vote is unanimous. And at this time, I'd like to read another statement. In my public statements on July 1st and July 22nd, I reaffirmed the board's unanimous commitment to provide the Sumter community with a first-class school system. Obviously, in light of Mr. Bynum's upcoming resignation, the most important task is to identify proper district leadership during the transition between Mr. Bynum's departure and the selection of a permanent superintendent. This was the focus of the board's discussion tonight. We want to assure everyone that we recognize the urgency to put into place a leader who will ensure a smooth transition into the coming school year, including the continuation of programs and services available to all students. We seek your patience and appreciate your passion, care, and concern for our district as we continue this process. Our board will meet again Monday, July 29th at Alice Drive Middle School about the future district leadership to continue our discussions in the selection of an interim superintendent. I now will entertain a motion for adjournment.
Get to work!
There's a motion for adjournment that has been first by Reverend McGaney. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Got a second from Mr. Addison for adjourn. All in favor, please by a show of hands.
What about the children?
We stand adjourned.